Okay, so this year we bought a ControlOMatic MegaChlor-CD saltwater chlorine generator. So this version detects the chlorine automatically. The reason that I wanted to try this type of chlorinator is because it doesn't require any plumbing or setup according to this product manual on the website. You plug your cord into your power source and then you put the generator right into the water over the side of the pool. The box also came with these salt test strips to test your salt level, and the other test strip which has pH level, free chlorine level, alkalinity, and the water hardness. Okay, so this is supposed to be really straightforward. Let's unpackage this and we'll just put that right in, plug it in, detects the levels automatically, and then you just have to mount this.
We'll set it on something.
Okay. Even though it is straightforward, you still need to read the manual first because it tells you a lot of important things to get started. Like you need to test your pool water first to see your salt level. If you have too much salt in it, then it's going to show you a red and green light and it shuts off automatically not to damage it. If you don't have any salt in there, then it doesn't have anything to generate the chlorine from. And you always want to start with less salt and add more because the salt is not going to go out of the pool. It's going to stay in there. So the only way to get rid of the salt would be to drain some or however much of the water you need to dilute it. So you want to check your salt level first. This is just pool salt, just the cheapest one, Walmart. You can see from the cloudy liquid coming out of the generator now that that's generating the free chlorine from the salt that is in the water right now. I'm gonna let this go back down. Just put it in the deepest part and keep it vertical. Okay, so according to the product specifications page, this pool can hold about 6,100 gallons of water. And according to the chlorine generator, we needed 25 pounds of salt per 1,000 gallons of water. So we started out by just adding 3 bags, 40-pound bags, because our water is already very salty straight out of our well. So we knew it already had a lot of salt in it. And we could also go ahead and add more salt, but we didn't want to drain the pool to have to dilute it if we added too much salt to begin with. I also want to mention that the online manual says 2 different things about the salt. Here it says 2 pounds of salt per 100 gallons of pool water, which going off of 6,100 gallons would come out to about 122 pounds of salt. And here it says 25 pounds per 1,000 gallons, which would come out to about 152 pounds of salt. So we just kind of estimated the amounts we were adding because we had a lot of salt in the water anyway. So we were just going to add 3 bags and start with that. So being that it's not supposed to be in direct sunlight or rain, we do need to get it mounted in under cover. So that'll be our next project with that. Okay, I'm going to change the power level. I think it's set on 5 right now because when you press a button, the white light flashes 5 times. That'd be the 5 power level. But with the size of our pool, I want to try going up to 6 and see if it gives me a free chlorine reading because right now it's only showing 0. I'm going to hit the up and down arrows at the same time, and then this white circle will turn solid instead of flashing every 10 seconds. Okay, and now I'm going to hit the up button. Once the green light stays solid, that means it's on level 10. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back down now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then once the light goes back to blinking, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the right level that I want it on. So I'm going to see if that gives us a different reading. And this flashes once every 10 seconds. And standby. So we haven't used this chlorine generator very long, but it's already brown and looks like it has buildup. You can see that. And so the manual says to soak it in vinegar for half an hour and then rinse it off and see if that works. So we're going to try that. bucket's not the right size to immerse this. Okay, I just cut the top off of this empty vinegar bottle and dumped in the amount that I had from the red bucket. It's still not quite tall enough, but it submerses enough to get the brown area underwater, or under, and it looks like it's doing something in there, a lot of bubbling. Anyhow, I'm going to time that for half an hour and see if it makes any difference with the brown and with the white buildup on there. Okay, it's been half an hour and it looks like the white buildup is gone. It does still have a brown tint to it, but it does look a little bit lighter. And so overall, I think that looks pretty good. Just need to rinse it with clean water and then I can get it back in the pool. So I have it on a boost cycle right now, which just starts a chlorine cycle. So to cancel a boost cycle, you just hit boost. Okay. And then now it's just gonna be doing nothing. So right now it's just in standby mode. What I wanna do is raise the 0 point. That way it will start generating chlorine before it gets down to too low of a level. And then since I raised the 0 point, I can lower my power level. To increase my 0 point, I need to hold the up arrow until all the lights go through, and then the white light stays solid. And then I press up for each point. I want to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to raise it from 15, which is default, to 20. And I'm going to see if that makes any difference at all. You're supposed to have it on the lowest possible 0 point to increase the lifespan. I'm also going to lower my level back down to 6 where I originally wanted it. So I'm going to press both, go down, and then leave it. That's right. The amount of salt concentration required for the MegaChlor is only about 10% of the salt level of the ocean, which is also about half the amount in the human eye.